Mindful Life Practice community.
We're coming into a butterfly pose. So soles of feet together. Spine resting down on the mat. Take your arms up overhead. Grip your palms to opposite elbows. And then expand through the rib cage. And as you breathe here, feel your lungs just expanding outwards. Filling up through the intercostal muscles with air. And then as you exhale, feel yourself sinking down into the shape. Allowing gravity to kind of pull you and ground you. And checking in what's happening with your head and with your heart. So I mentioned earlier today when we were having our coffee and friends this afternoon, that I was just kind of in a mood today. Like things coming up at work that were annoying and irritating me. And I was finding it really difficult to look at them with compassion. So I decided today that we're going to continue working on the heart. Heart opening poses help us kind of expand and open up through that shield of layers that we protect around ourselves. And we're also going to be getting into the hips. Working towards the peak pose of King Pigeon. Take your palms onto the outsides of your thighs. Just take your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Arms draped around the shins. Rock from side to side. And then place your left foot on the mat. Place your right foot on the mat. Push your right palm into your right thigh. And then you can either stay at this level or lift off your left leg, interlacing palms on the left thigh or the left shin. Use this as almost like a check-in. Opportunity to feel what's happening in your hip. And then treat the sensation as information. Taking one more round of breath. And then release your left foot. Land your right foot. And then lift your left leg up, crossing the left ankle on the right thigh, pushing your left thigh into your left hand into your left thigh. Wow, I can't even talk today. And maybe moving a little deeper, lifting off the foot, interlacing the palms on the shin or the thigh. So the hips have many layers of muscles. And as you're holding on here, maybe you start to feel this stretch in a different place in the hip crease. Just be curious about how the sensation shifts in the body. Taking one more breath. And then land your right foot on the mat. Land your left foot on the mat. Land your palms on the mat. Take a breath in, lifting your hips up. And then exhale, take your hips back down. Let's move for 3 rounds of breath. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, lower. 2 more. And then on your last one, inhale up and stay. Roll the shoulder blades under, interlace the palms, pinky fingers face down. Pushing into the soles of the feet, keeping your chin locked in your Jalandhara Bandha. Feeling a little engagement through the thighs, and just take 3 breaths. And then we're gonna slowly roll down and do a little bit of core work. So if you have a block or a tissue box or something nearby, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have it, you don't need it. What you're gonna do is take that object overhead, lengthen through your legs and arms, and then lift up and either just touch your feet to your ankles, or if you have the block, pass it, okay? So really the block is just gonna help you not cheat when you do this. But really, as long as you are engaging through the core and resting your shoulders and resting the back of your head, it's okay if you don't have a block. So there's different schools of thought around back bends and core. I think it's important to warm up the core so that we're safely protecting the spine, so we don't push too deep and injure the low back in a back bend. So let's just do 3 more block passes. And then 1 more. And then take that block all the way up. Knees into chest. Rock side to side. Take your palms onto the backs of the thighs. Start rocking up. And then eventually just bring yourself up to seated. You're gonna come to sit in a Virasana, a hero's pose. And then if you're okay in your knees, you're gonna take your feet wide and pull your calves out towards the side. And then see if you can sit your bottom down onto the mat in between your heels. And if this is a lot for your knees and your shins, just stay here. If you can, maybe you start moving backwards onto the elbows, maybe onto the spine. And know that every single person's body is different here. Right? What might be super comfortable for one person might not be comfortable at all. I've always found it really easy to lie back, but then there's other poses that I can't do at all, like handstand. So every single body has different strengths and weaknesses, and just be aware of that. Don't judge yourself during the process. Taking one more breath. Pressing through your elbows and palms, rolling all the way back up. Seeing if you can walk your hands forward. Coming all the way back, hands and knees. Flip one palm so that it's face up. And then move through some cat-cows. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. One more. Come all the way back to neutral. Switch your hands so that it's one palm face down, the other one face up. And then take the cat-cows on this side. Come back into neutral, plant your left palm. Let's tuck our toes, lifting all the way up to our first plank. So your navel is drawing in here. Your palms are rooted and grounded. Land onto your right elbow now. See if you can play around with one arm in chaturanga. So your left arm is in chaturanga, your right elbow is grounded. And then land your left arm, holding here for 3, forearm plank 2. And then on 1, you're gonna soften and land your hips down and bind yourself into a sphinx. Take your left elbow across the mat, take your right palm back, see if you can grab hold of the right foot and then just do some pumps, coming into a little bit of a quad stretch. And then do the opposite side. So right arm goes across, left heel kicks back, pumping with the left hand. And then release that foot, both elbows back on the mat, tuck the toes, lift up, land your left palm first, find yourself in half forearm, half chaturanga, 3, 2, and then 1, right palm grounds, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and back, down dog. Bend through one knee and then the next. Rocking yourself into this shape. And then bend through both knees, gaze forward. Step your feet up to meet your hands. Take an inhale, half lift. Take an exhale, fold. Let's bend the knees a lot here. Wrap your arms around the backs of the shins. Maybe thread your right arm through, place it on the left shin. Thread your left arm through, place it on the right shin. And then tuck your chin a lot, heavy your head. Release and let go. Release your grip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step back into another plank. And then this time you land onto the left elbow. Your right palm is in this chaturanga thing. 3, 2, 1. Land onto the right elbow, full forearm plank. 3, 2. On 1, soften your hips lower. Take your right arm across. Once more, moving through the quad. And then opposite side. Pushing through the right quad. Yeah, nice work, you got it. Landing your right elbow back on the mat, landing your left elbow, tuck your toes, navel draws in, 3, 2, 1, opposite side, left hand chaturanga, 3, 2, 1, right hand, full plank, and then shift up and back to your down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog, take some full circles, circling the knee around, extending the right leg out, landing the right foot, opposite side, left leg lifts, bend through the right knee, left knee, take your circles, land your left foot back down, bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop or step feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold, and then as you inhale, circle all the way up to stand. Let's interlace our palms up overhead, releasing and extending through the arms, and then you're gonna stretch over to the right. Getting a side body stretch for the left side. 3 breaths. Come all the way back through center. Side bend the opposite way. 3 breaths here. Inhale all the way through center. Release that grip. Reach through your fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Let's move through some sun salutations. Step your feet back. Lower chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. And then exhaling down dog. Right foot lifts, 3-legged dog. Draw your right knee and step your right foot between your palms. Nice. Inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale to lower back down. Plant the palms, step back, and vinyasa. So we'll take the same thing on the opposite side. Feel free to skip any vinyasa at any point. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee and step your foot between your palms. Inhale all the way up. Yeah, you got it. And then exhale, take it back down, plant the palms, step back, vinyasa. Holding your down dog for 3, for 2, and then for 1, bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop or step feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, bend through the knees, sit back, find your chair. Oh, really need to move that plant. We're gonna take one more warm-up flow. Okay, so take a breath in, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower down, plant the palms. You're gonna step the feet back, vinyasa. Coming all the way up to your down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Draw your right knee and step your right foot between the palms. Inhaling all the way up, crescent. Nice, you got it. Exhaling, open into your warrior 2. Take an inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, windmill up. Plant your palms on the mat. Leave your left palm where it is. Take your right arm up towards the sky. And then step your right foot back, bringing yourself into your side plank, your Vashisthasana. 3, 2, and then 1. Land your right palm, vinyasa. Once more, opposite side. Left leg lifts. Draw your left knee and step your left foot between your palms. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, open into your warrior 2. Nice, you got it. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale it up, windmill palms down, frame the foot. Leaving your right palm where it is, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Step the left foot all the way back, Vashisthasana. 3, 2, and then 1, ground the left palm, vinyasa. And then bring yourself all the way up to a down dog. Take a few deep breaths in your down dog. And from our down dog, let's land onto the knees. So bringing your body back into a table. Extend through your right leg. So your right leg extends back, keeping both palms on the mat for now. Once you feel like your right hip is level with your left, you're gonna extend the opposite arm, so your left arm. And then let's just hold in stillness here, navel drawing in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then on 1, see if you can lift your right leg up, kicking your right heel back. Can you maybe reach your left hand towards your right foot? So this is like a crossbow table. Be mindful. What is your back saying about this? Is it okay? Is it too much? Release the left hand, release the right leg. And then land your left palm, land your right knee. Inhaling into your cow, exhaling into your cat. One more. And then we will take the opposite side. Okay, so left leg extends. Once you find your balance, lift the opposite arm. So lifting the right arm. Staying here, gaze low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then 1, seeing if you can lift back, grabbing hold of the ankle, expanding through your heart. And then release that. Yeah, you got it. Land your right palm, land your left knee. And then take 2 rounds of cat-cows. So we're gonna move through a mandala flow this morning. Coming all the way back through center. Mandala flows are fun because they're like a journey. Today it's going to be super shoulder oriented, hip oriented, and hamstring opening. So let's slowly lift the hips up and back, bringing yourself into a down dog. And we'll start with the first side. So right leg is going to lift up towards the sky. Bend through your right knee, stack the hips. And then slowly unwind to a 3-legged dog. Take your right knee into your chest, finding core plank for 3, for 2, and then on 1, I want you to step your right foot between your palms. Inhale all the way up, and then open to a warrior 2. So land your left heel, reach your right arm forward. Take your right palm, place it on your left shoulder. Take your left palm, place it on your right elbow. So maybe you just stay here opening up through the shoulders. If cow face arms are part of your practice, you're gonna weave your arms back. See if you can grip the fingers behind you, keeping the bend in the right knee. Stay for 3, stay for 2, and then stay for 1. Slowly unwind, lengthen through your right leg. Walk your left foot in a little bit. Hinge forward, take your right arm alongside your right leg. Start to shift weight onto your right foot and your right fingertips as you lift your left leg up, coming into your half moon. Step your left foot all the way back. Lengthen through the right leg, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out to face the back of the mat. Bend through the left knee, Step your right foot into a 45-degree angle. So now you're coming into a warrior one stance. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Exhale them open. Take your left arm underneath the right, weaving into your eagle arms. So elbows cross, hands pressed together. Maybe you shift weight onto your left foot, lifting your right leg behind you, taking 3, taking 2, and then taking 1. I want you to see if you can step all the way back into a low lunge. So stepping to a long low lunge, maybe shifting all of your knee back and lowering. If you need to unweave your arms, go ahead. If you're okay keeping them weaved, go ahead. Lean into a little bit of a back bend, opening 3, 2. And then on 1, inhale your arms up towards the sky. Exhale them forward. Walk your fingertips back as you invite length over the left leg. 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, hinge. 2, 1. Walk your hands forward. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Let's take one little quad stretch, kicking your right heel back, seeing if you can grab hold of your right foot with your left hand, gazing over the shoulder. And then release the right foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. See if you can roll out to the outer edge of the right foot, taking the left foot back, your Vashisthasana, your side plank. 3, 2, and then 1, land your left palm, take your Vinyasa, coming all the way up to your down dog. All right, so that was our flow on the right side. Let's take it on the left side. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bend through the left knee, stack your hips. Slowly unwinding, taking your left knee into the chest. Core plank, 3, 2, and then 1, step your left foot between your palms, land onto your right heel, coming all the way up into your warrior 2. Realize that I'm not facing you guys very much. Lift your left arm, plant your left palm on your right shoulder, take your right palm, place it on your left elbow. And then if you can, weaving the arms back, gripping hands behind your shoulders, keeping the deep bend in the left knee. Unwind the arms, lengthen through your left leg, walk your right foot in, hinge forward, left arm alongside left leg, Trikonasana. And then start to shift weight onto the left foot and left fingertips as you lift off into your half moon. Stepping your right foot back, lengthening through your left leg, turn your left toes in, turn your right toes to the front of the mat, stepping your left foot in, 45-degree angle, bend through the right knee. Inhale your arms up, open the arms. This time it's right arm underneath the left, weaving together, high-fiving. And then if you can, shifting weight onto your right foot, leaning forward, warrior 3, gazing at a drishti point. And then slowly and mindfully step the left foot all the way back. See if you can land onto the left knee, keeping the hands interlaced. Nice work, you got it. Beautiful. And then come into a bit of a back bend, opening through the heart. Unwind the arms, lifting them all the way up. Hinge your hands forward. Walk your hands back, invite length over the right leg, 3 breaths. And then walk your hands back again, land through your left palm. Let's take the right arm up towards the sky. See if you can grip hold of that foot coming into your quad stretch. Release the foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then slowly see if you can step back, whoa, with the right foot, finding yourself into a side plank. Nice work. Take 3, take 2, and then take 1. Land your right palm, flow through your vinyasa, coming all the way up to your down dog. Taking a few deep breaths. Bend through the knees, gaze forward. Let's step or hop feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sweep all the way up to stand, circling your palms overhead, connecting your thumbs into your heart center. Take a few deep breaths. Letting go of movement. Receiving stillness. As the body finds the middle, the mind finds the moment. Take your right hand out towards the side. Kick your right heel back up so you're engaging the quad. And then grab hold of the inside of the right foot. Let's take a dancer's pose, a Nadarajasana pose. So maybe you can shift forward, reaching the left arm forward, giving it 3, giving it 2, and then taking 1, slowly coming back all the way up to stand, landing your right foot down, and then opposite side. So kicking your left heel up, engaging the quad, grabbing hold of the inside of the left foot, reaching upwards, and then shifting outwards. And then slowly tilt up to stand, left foot lands, hands at heart center. So we'll take that vinyasa flow one more time, adding on as we go. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale into your fold. Breathe your halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the palms, step back, flow through your vinyasa, coming all the way back up to your down dog. Take your right heel up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend through the right knee, stack your hips. And then if you would like to flip your dog, roll forward, landing onto the right tippy toes, landing the outer edge of the left foot, lifting your heart towards the sky. 3, 2. On 1, land your right palm, right knee into the chest. Take the knee across to the right elbow and then across to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then come all the way back into center. Landing your right palm between your right foot between your hands. Land onto your left heel, all the way up into your warrior 2. Same thing as before. Plant your right palm. Take your left arm back. See if you can come into that bind. And then unwind your arms, lengthen through your right leg. Walk your left foot in a tiny bit. Hinge forward. Right arm alongside right leg. Shift weight onto your right foot and your right fingertips, lifting your left leg up. And then if you would like to kick your heel towards your bottom, grip your left palm onto your left ankle, go ahead. Chapasana. Step your left foot all the way back. Let's lift off, do our little swivel around. Left toes face forward. Right foot is on the 45-degree angle. Bend through the left knee, open the arms. Left arm wraps underneath the right elbow. You are in your eagle arms, your Gardasana. Trust weight onto your left foot. Shift all the way forward, warrior 3. And then this time you're gonna come all the way up, cross your right thigh on top of your left, tuck your toes, find your full eagle. And then unwind, kicking all the way back, challenge your balance. Can you step back, 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 all the way into a low lunge, landing on your left knee, breathing into your back bend. And then unwind your arms, lift them back up, inhale. Second time, coming into this Ardha Hanumanasana. So you lengthen over the leg and take 3 breaths. And what do you notice as you do this? Can you move a little deeper? Walk your hands forward. Leave your right palm where it is. Take your left arm up towards the sky. Sweep your left arm back. Go into your quad stretch. 3, 2. And then on 1, we're going to release the right foot. You're going to land your left foot back down. I want you to tuck your right toes and lift your right knee. And we're going to come all the way into a pigeon pose. So you're going to walk your left shin across the width of the mat. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Taking an inhale. And then when you exhale, come forward, sleep in pigeon. So we're just getting into the hip crease right now. Our peak pose is our king pigeon. So we're getting comfortable with that. Feeling what's going on in the hip crease. And why is it so important that we open up through the hips? This is the part of the body where we carry like all of our stress. It's a lifetime of pain and stories and worries all kind of wrapped up into one. And when we start to open it up, we tap into it. It comes up to the surface. The only way out is through. Right? Shifting through all of this to come up out of it. Land your palms, lift all the way up, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Great. See if you can just step your left foot back to meet your right. So now you're in a strong plank. Holding here, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then on 1, chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing dog. Let's journey through that flow on the opposite side. Left leg lifts. Bend through your left knee, stack your hips. Maybe you flip your dog, coming all the way forward, outer edge of the right foot, land your left toes, lifting your heart. Come all the way forward, knee into chest. And then step your left foot forward, landing onto your right heel, coming all the way up into warrior 2. Take your left palm, plant it on your right shoulder. Take your right palm, place it. See if you can make that connection. And then unwind your arms. Lengthen through your left leg. Walk your right foot in. Hinge your left arm forward. Take your left arm alongside your left leg. Shift forward, left foot, left fingertips. Maybe you can kick the heel towards the bottom, taking your Chapasana. Give it 3, give it 2. And then take 1, release it, step your right foot all the way back. We've made it back to the front of the mat. Turn your right toes forward, left foot on your 45-degree angle, bend your right knee, lift the arms up, and then open them. Left arm underneath the right. Sorry, right arm underneath the left, I lied. Do what you haven't done before. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Trust weight onto your right foot, coming all the way forward. into this warrior three. And then step all the way up, cross your left thigh on top of your right, sit back. Lean all the way forward. And then step your left foot all the way back, seeing if you can come all the way back into this low lunge, and then just open through your heart. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, arms forward. First, we will walk the fingertips back, lengthening over the right leg. 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands forward. Kick your left heel back, reach your right arm up towards the sky. See if you can go into that quad stretch. And then release that left foot, land the right palm. We're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, walk the right shin across the width of the mat, and then slowly lower down into your pigeon on this side. So hip openers have a lot of benefits. They're also really good for the low back. Tight hips cause strain on the low back, asking for too much effort from the spine. When the hips are open, there's more range of movement, better circulation, more support for the muscles of the back and the spine. Taking one more round of breath. And then come all the way up onto the palms. Just land onto the right hip, come all the way forward, sitting on your bottom. So we're gonna take one more back bend before we come into king pigeon. I think you guys all are familiar with the different options. The first is bridge pose, which we did at the start of the class. You can also take camel, which is on your knees, supporting your spine with your hands on your sacrum, and then pushing the hips forward, leaning the heart back, maybe reaching the fingertips towards the heels. Or if you want to join me in Urdhva Dhanurasana, the full wheel, I'm going to head towards full wheel. So soles of feet on the mat. By the way, bridge is just like this, lifting your hips up. For the Urdhva Dhanurasana, you're going to try to take your palms alongside your ears, fingers towards your shoulders, and then pressing through the palms. See if you can lift the hips all the way up towards the sky. And if your back is not quite there today, it's okay. It will get there with time. Don't rush the process. Just have patience to wait for the body to open. Slowly lower, taking the chin to the chest. And then if you want to rock the knees from side to side, go ahead. And then if you're on your back, let's come all the way back up to seated. All right, so we have targeted the shoulders, we've opened the hips, we've done a lot of back bending today. We are going to come towards that full king pigeon, or mermaid, or just pigeon, whatever. Where's my yoga strap? There it is. I like to use a yoga strap for this. You don't have to. It's just good to have it nearby. So bring your body all the way up into a down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Draw your right shin across the width of the mat and settle your knee back. So this is your pigeon pose. All right, so if you are good just in your pigeon, you can just come forward and take your normal sleeping pigeon. Okay, that is one option. Second option, if you want to explore mermaid, you're going to kick your left heel back. See if you can reach back for that foot, and then just take some pumps with the foot. Nice. Being mindful that for different people, it might be super tight in the body. If you're a cyclist, if you're a runner, quads is a notoriously tight part of the body, so don't put too much pressure on yourself. And then maybe if you're there, you want to snuggle your toes into your elbow crease. And then perhaps your right hand can reach up and grab hold of your left hand. Nice. Nice. And then if anyone wants to try with the strap around the foot, that is also an option. Oops, I lost my foot. Seeing if you can walk the arms up overhead, just expand through the rib cage. And then if you have the strap, release it. Let's slowly come up out of it in whatever way feels good for you. No right or wrong. Take your left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Drawing your left knee in, laying the left shin across the width of the mat. Taking your right knee back this time. And then you choose. You might want to come all the way back onto the elbows. And you might be up here, maybe pumping the foot back. And then maybe that mermaid. I actually have a much tighter quad on my left side, so I can't do full king pigeon at all on this side. It's really interesting just to notice those little details about your alignment. And then release all the way back. Stepping all the way back up to a down dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. Eventually, we're all going to meet up on the bottom. Coming into this seated shape. Let's just take a simple seated stretch. Seated twist, sorry. So land your right palm on your left shin, left fingertips behind the sacrum. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Coming all the way back through center, twisting the opposite way. Unwind back to neutral. Uncross the legs. Slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. Open your arms into cactus arms. Let's get a deep access into the abductors, the external sides of the hips. So you're just gonna cross into your eagle legs again, and then drop your knees over to one side, gazing in the opposite direction. And then come all the way back through center. And then take it the opposite way. Lift all the way back up. If there's any last shapes or poses that would seal off your practice, feel free to take them now. We're going to finish our practice today in either a seated meditation or a shavasana. And so yesterday I moved us through a gratitude practice. Today I did a little bit of researching on what a gratitude meditation actually looks like. We're going to take a moment exploring that. So taking slow, deep breaths. To bring yourself to the present moment. And begin the process of feeling more peaceful, more centered. Taking a moment or two to mentally scan your body for any areas of where there is tightness, tension, soreness. Breathe your warm oxygen-filled breath into that area. As you breathe out, let the tension release. Notice any worries, any fears, any judgment. Just breathe into those emotions, noting them, allowing them to flow out as you breathe out. Another breath into any uncomfortable emotions. Breathing out, releasing them. First, remembering that we already have several marvelous gifts. Life itself, the gift of hearing, so we can hear and learn. The sound of our own breath flowing in, flowing out. And the gift of a heartbeat. Now thinking about all the things we have today that makes our life easier. We flip a switch, a light appears. We turn a tap and clean water flows. We adjust the thermostat and the room gets warmer or colder. We have a roof to keep us dry when it rains.
We enter a vehicle and it takes us where we want to go. There are machines that store our food at night. We have indoor plumbing. We have schools that teach us to read and write. Taking a moment to reflect on the thousands of people who have worked hard to make your life easier or more pleasant. There's so much to feel grateful for in this moment. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds, uplifting our spirit. When you're ready, give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. Running a nice long stretch through the body, fingers all the way to toes. Take your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. And then make your way up to seated meditation. Taking your hands at heart center. We close with an intention. It's an ancient intention, but perhaps the original intention is that our yoga practice remains steady, that our efforts remain continuous, that our yoga practice serves and benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. May the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. Finishing off with an Om sound, inhaling and then exhaling, and then inhale through to make the Om. So taking a breath in, breath out, breath in. Thank you for sharing the space and the practice this afternoon. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice Community.